Well, hey everyone, here's our newest update for our Skid Row, our flop house, the two towers. So we've decided to do an entire history on all of our buildings, our entire city, everything that we're going to have. Every building, every tower is going to have its own history, along with all the lives that go along in here that keep the city rolling. So we've got quite a backstory built up about this, and we're going to do a whole series on this as we start to get this area complete. And get things finished with it. So we will have that coming. I'll give you a little preview of some of the stuff right now. Well, I'm going to show you what I've done so far just recently. As you can tell, it looks kind of funny right there. What that is, let me get my chair here. So what this is right up here at the top is at some point in the history of this building, of these buildings, there was a meth lab up here that exploded. And it wasn't a very big meth lab, so it didn't take out walls. It just blew out the windows and blew a small hole in the roof. And this was from the fire that resulted. The scorch areas there coming out the windows. And as you can see, the landlord, the slumlord came in and he's boarded up all the windows. And he has all kinds of connections with shady contractors, inspectors, city council, all that kind of stuff to do the kind of things he wants to do. And we'll explain about the slumlord on another video, where he got his start and what he tried to actually do here. He wasn't a bad guy to start off with, but it just kind of, the way this turned out with the people that he tried to help, the way it went, just wound up kind of biting him, and he just kind of just let it go. So anyway, we'll get into all that kind of history and things a little later. So I thought I'd show you, and get a little close up here. As you can see, I've just about got all the window stuff done I need to do. Here's all the air conditioners. They're all glued into place. You can see there's quite a few here on the sides, like that. Here's the back pieces. You can see them sticking out right there. There's 4 on that one. This one goes on this building, because it doesn't have the scorch at the top. And this guy right here, you can see where the fire was at the top right there. And the air conditioners that are still there. That obviously matches and goes on the back of this. These are not in place yet, so I can continue to work on these windows and stuff. So we're getting there on this. I did get the stairs. There had to be some puttying done. When they printed, they left gaps. You can see all the way through in there. So I puttied on the back side and then put the stoop on top there. So I'm just going to paint those a gray, just a concrete gray, kind of match this right here to where it works with that. And push that back a little bit so it's not sticking out on the sidewalk. There we go. So we do have now, as you can see right here, we have begun printing the fire escapes. So these are all right here. These go down these sets of windows on each side. There's a set there and there's a set there. We have the staggered holes right here so that our little junkies and stuff won't fall to their death when they hit the top of the stairs if they're up here. They won't fall straight down. They'll just go down to the next level. So we're trying to protect them as best we can. I've got some fencing done. I really like how this wood came out. I don't know if you're going to... Yeah, there you go. You can see the wood planks in there and stuff that got put up. I've got to weather that a little bit more, make it look like the wood has been there for quite some time. You can see where we've got little bits hanging down here from the old window frames. It's like that on every one of the windows all the way around. There's little bits left. Some are just completely blown open. Up on the top, when we do put the roof in, I'll put a patch over what would have been the hole from the meth lab at the back that blew straight up. It'll be like just a piece of metal, sheet metal they put over the top that's rusted over the years. So we're starting to get the story developing here on this tenement. Like I said, we're going to have a pool right here in the middle. We're going to have a body face down in it. We're going to have a diving board up here. We're going to have them where they were, if you remember the show, what was it? MTV, the Jackass show. Where they would do just stupid stunts. Well, a lot of people in this area are high all the time, so they decided to do diving. I'm actually going to have like some little placards down here where they were going to, rate the dive when he did it, and have like a little broken end of the diving board off, the piece of wood that he had stuck out here, and then there'll be a body floating face down. And then the placards where everybody ran after they realized that he wasn't getting up from the pool. So we're just going to have all kinds of little stories like this through all of our buildings that are here. So it's just we're just going to make an entire city and give it its own history. So this is the first part that we're going to probably have pretty much done. I'm going to put a fence along the back side. I'm going to use the same wood that I use here, the same styrene that has this wood panel. I'm going to make a wood fence for back behind here, an old one with planks missing and stuff, which is why the railroad came along and put a chain link fence along the entire thing. So there'll be 2 fences behind this part, but then just chain link behind all the rest of this. So this building is doing, this whole project right here is I've got to do the weathering down at the bottom for all the dirt staining and everything. So we're getting really, really close on this building, getting ready to do the window glazings. When I was gluing in the both the wood up here for where the windows blew out and the air conditioners, the braces back behind, the glue was sticking pretty good. If I'm using styrene or another type of a plastic, it's gluing pretty good to the PLA. I don't have to use just a PLA glue. So that'll really help when I'm starting to put in the window glazings. I can just use that right there with a nice long neck to it to be able to get in there and get the stuff in there, which is why we haven't put these back walls on, because I had a heck of a time stretching in here with the glue bottle as it was, just getting down in here to get the stuff for the air conditioners. Now the air conditioners, we're going to be painting the entire opening white and some brown, to like people had wood and they didn't have the baffles, or they had cardboard to put on either side of the air conditioners. Then we'll have a variety of air conditioners. They'll be white or silver, and then they'll have the vents on this end will be painted black, and then they'll all be rusted. Everything will be rusted, and we'll have probably some, underneath each of them, we'll have some rust and water streaks coming down. We also have, it's very similar to this, but a little bit thinner. We've got window bars for protection for the entire lower floors on both levels. So we'll build that around the air conditioners. It'll come down to the top of them, and then it'll cover the rest of the windows, so that that lower floor is fairly secure as far as people just breaking and getting into the building. And this is going to be a building that's in use. We're going to have windows that are open. You'll be seeing people inside of it and everything. And well, like I said, we're going to develop the stories of all the people. We're going to get about 300 to 400 people for this whole area right here. So we'll be developing all kinds of stories and everything, and you'll see all of that. When we start getting the finished areas, we'll start a whole new series. We'll probably title it something like, City History or something like that. And this will be, since this area will be done first, we'll probably start in this area, and then we'll move to the big buildings back behind me. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Get the parking lot done, get it all, overgrown with weeds and stuff, with just some cars sitting in it. So it's going to look pretty sharp. So that's where we are. So I hope you like this journey that we're going on with the story about all this. And I think it's going to look really good, especially with the trains, the 3 main lines back behind here running through, and the 4 main lines up on the bridge passing behind. 7 trains could be right behind this at any given time. So we'll have some fantastic videos coming. So anyway, if you've liked this, please like and subscribe. And hit the notifications so you can stay up with all of the happenings in our Skid Row area and in other areas in our city. As we'll be updating now that summer's here and my son's off from college, we're going to be just doing videos, massive videos like this every day, and doing lots of build and work every day. So anyway, thanks for watching, and look for us in the next one, probably a day or 2 for the next update when I get the air conditioners done. Thanks again.